buddy.
First for one prayer, and then remain standing for our national anthem. Let's pray together. Father, we thank you for this day that we can come together and enjoy this athletic fellowship. We thank you for these two teams and the institutions that they represent. We pray that everything that is said and done tonight on and off the court will glorify you. Please help all the competitors play to the best of their ability. Keep everyone involved in tonight's game free from any injuries. And we ask this in the name of your son, Jesus. Amen. For the performance of our national anthem, please welcome Lily Gwynn.
Marcus Ahones, Joe Murray, Jadon Jones, Lassina Traore, and Abubakar Traore.
Step inside the CBU Event Center. California Baptist men's basketball is back. The Lancers taking on Long Beach State tonight on opening night of college hoops. Welcome to ESPN Plus. My name is Pep Fernandez. It's a real treat to be with you tonight as the Lancers and the Beach get together to crack open the 2022-2023 season. For the Lancers, we're going to see some new faces and some familiar faces as well as they take the floor tonight against the Beach and Long Beach State. These guys are your regular season Big West Conference champions from a season ago. Lancers will be in their home whites. Long Beach State in the visiting black uniforms. Three of the guys in the starting five are familiar names. Taryn Armstrong, Reed Nottage, and Malik Wade getting the start. We'll talk more about the starting five for both teams in just a moment. And the opening tip belongs to the Lancers. Taryn Armstrong, your WAC Freshman of the Year and preseason All-WAC first team. Getting things cracking here for California Baptist. Riley Batten, the transfer from Utah, the former Ute. Batten spinning to his right, stops in the key, spins to his right, turnaround jumper up and good. Riley Batten gets it cracking, and it's 2-0 Lancers. Long Beach State on the other end. 3 of their 5 starters are back from a season ago in which they won the regular season Big West Conference title. That shot's off the mark. Back the other way with the Lancers. Blondo Chiqueño. Out to Armstrong for 3! Taryn Armstrong buries it. And it's 5-zip Lancers. A big, loud crowd, and they're fired up after 5 consecutive points by CBU to open things up. The Beach on the other end trying to get something going here. Down inside, it's up, and it is good for Abubakar Traore. 5-2, up ahead to Nottage. Taryn Armstrong over to Chiqueño. Batten back to the basket. Going to his right, fakes left. Now he's double teamed. Batten passes out of it. Back out to Chiqueño. Chiqueño driving to his right, spins left, puts it up, and tipped around. There's Malik Wade. Wade back out to Batten, back up top to Taryn Armstrong. Taryn Armstrong driving to his right, goes left, the no-look pass out to Batten. He'll fire off the 3. No good. Let's take a look at the Altura Credit Union starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the visiting Long Beach State. The Beach, Marcus Sahonis, Joel Murray, Jadon Jones, Lacina Traore, and Abubakar Traore, your starting 5 for head coach Dan Munson in his 16th season with the Beach. And for the Lancers, your Altura Credit Union starting lineup looks like this. Riley Batten, Taryn Armstrong, Blondo Chiqueño, Reed Nottage, 4-guard backcourt, and Malik Wade up front, your Altura Credit Union starting 5 for head coach Rick Croy and the Lancers. 5-2 CBU on top, double teamed. Armstrong passes out of it. Chiqueño loses control, taken away by the Beach. Traore leaves it for Murray. Fakes, drives in for a closer look. Floaters up, no good. And the foul's going to be on Reed Nottage of the Lancers. Number 23, Lacina Traore, will go to the free throw line. Lancers up by 3. Traore hits the first. One more coming up for Traore. 5-3, Lancers on top by 2. Traore, it's up and good. He knocks down both. It's a 5-4 game. Chiqueño drives inside, takes it back out. The New Hampshire transfer. We'll talk more about him throughout tonight's game and throughout the season. one of several new key transfers for head coach Rick Croy. Batting on the ground and jump ball. And it will be Long Beach State basketball. (17-10) and counting here in the first half. CBU up 5-4 on the beach. Lucina Traore passes out. There's Murray trying to lean in on Chiqueño. And a lane violation on Traore gives the ball back to the Lancers with 16:52. The last time and the only time in the Division I era these two schools met was back in the 2020-21 season. CBU won that game 96-75. Right here in Riverside, this is the first of 4 Big West Conference teams that the Lancers will see this non-conference schedule. Taryn Armstrong. Armstrong around the free throw line, back out to Nottage. And the steal by Murray. He'll take it coast to coast and lays it in as Joel Murray gives Long Beach State the lead 6-5. Timothy Iguajefe has checked in for the Lancers. The transfer from Georgetown. So we got a transfer from Georgetown, New Hampshire, Utah, all on the floor right now. Taryn Armstrong over to Batten. Batten back out to Chiqueño. Chiqueño steps back, 3 on the way, a little bit long. Offensive rebound, Iguajefe up with it, it won't go. Tipped out to Murray. Here comes the beach. Abubakar with the right, no good. Good defense there by Iguajefe. We go back the other way with the Lancers. Taryn Armstrong, little shimmy shake, coats inside, and blocked out of bounds. It'll still be a Lancer ball from the baseline. That'll take us into our first timeout of the evening. After just about 5 minutes played, it's 6-5. Long Beach State on top of CBU on ESPN+. For both teams. For both teams. Okay. That's okay.
In the last 20 years, he has volunteered his time at the Riverside School for the Deaf. And in 2004, he began a new volunteer assignment of driving pilot seniors to various appointments, such as the doctor's, lab works, and pharmacy visits. He has driven over 117,000 miles for the community service to seniors in the Highland and San Bernardino areas. Alongside celebrating our appreciation is Ed Harper, Vice President and COO of Alpha Business. Thank you for your service, Sergeant Robert Wiggin.
And we're back in Riverside, where Long Beach State leads by 1, 6-5. Now joining me, the second member of our broadcast crew is Kendra Sheehan. She has more on not only the beach, but also the Lancers. Kendra.
Thanks, Pat. Yeah, there's a lot of great storylines as we start the college basketball season. For California Baptist, they're finally NCAA postseason eligible after completing that 4-year transition period from Division II to Division I. And so head coach Rick Roy says it's such an exciting time for our campus. He says there's something different in the air. The guys can feel it. They're so ready to attack that conference tournament. On the other hand, for Long Beach State, they feel like they have some unfinished business. They went from being picked 8th in their preseason poll to winning the regular season title and losing in the Big West Conference postseason tournament by just a single point. So head coach Dan Munson said it was heartbreaking. They felt like they accomplished a lot last year, but they wanted to get to that NCAA tournament. He said the guys will certainly view it as a disappointment if they can't get over that hump and earn an NCAA postseason berth.
All right, thanks, Kendra. Great stuff there. Yeah, probably two teams that we're watching tonight with hopes of making it to the big dance, March Madness at the end of this season. Long Beach State so close last season. And of course, the Lancers becoming eligible for the first time this year. The Beach on a 6-0 run right now. They lead 6-5 against California Baptist. Sahonis for three. That one's no good. Rebound, Nottage. Trey Armstrong has checked into the game for CBU, one of the top scorers from last season. Coming off the bench now for the Lancers. Trey Armstrong, three, a little bit long. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Iguajefe. First personal foul on Iguajefe. Beach up by one with 14:40 and counting here in the first half. Murray driving inside, gets around Nottage, lays it up with the left, and it is good for Murray. And the Beach lead grows to 8-5. So an 8-0 run by Long Beach State, as CBU has missed 7 consecutive field goal attempts. Batten working on Traore. Into the corner to Nottage. Dribbles inside for a closer look. Nottage to pass to Batten to Iguajefe, trying to get it to him, but taken away. Sahonis on the wing, now trying to get into the post. Iguajefe nearly kept it in play, but a good hustle play by the big man. Checking in the game is Chase Polynice for Long Beach State, the son of NBA great Olden Polynice, and Jelani Stone checking in for the first time tonight for head coach Rick Croy. Murray backs it back out, pulls up, long jumper, short, rebound Batten. Taron Armstrong walks it across the timeline, defended by Sahonis. Sets the screen, that's Stone. Armstrong dribbles in, the floater to Stone, puts it up, and he is fouled. Little pick and roll action between Stone and Armstrong. Almost connected on a highlight reel play. Stone is fouled, he'll head to the line. Stone trying to snap this 8-0 run by Long Beach State. It started off really well for the Lancers. They've gone cold of late. The first free throw, no good for Stone. A.J. George checking in for Long Beach State, as is number 33, Tobias Rodegard. Chiqueño is back in for CBU. And the second by Stone is also no good. Comes up empty on that trip to the line. It remains 8-5 in Long Beach State. George, taken away by Chiqueño. Chiqueño takes it inside, floaters up, and it is good. And it makes it 8-7, and Chiqueño scores his first points in a CBU uniform. Big-time player out of New Hampshire. Murray has it for the Beach, 13 minutes to go. Murray back up top to Traore, cutting backdoor is Murray. He's met by Stone. Stone turns him away. Here come the Lancers in transition. Batten for three. Yes! Batten buries it, and CBU uses a big defensive play and turns that into a three-pointer, and they lead by a score of 10-8. Take another look. Murray cutting backdoor, but it was met by Stone for a rude welcoming, and then Batten on the other end buries the three-pointer. Lancers back on top by a score of 10-8. So Batten already with 5 points to pace CBU with a couple rebounds as well. Murray's got 4 to lead Long Beach State. So that 8-0 run by Long Beach State is a thing of the past now, and the Lancers look up at the scoreboard with a 10-8 lead. Batting with 5, Taron Armstrong with 3, and Blondo Chiqueño has 2 points and 2 assists in his Lancer debut. Back to live action, Lancers on top, 10-8. More on Blondo Chiqueño. It's Kendra Sheehan.
Thanks, Pep. Blondo Chiqueño transferred in after spending 3 seasons at the University of New Hampshire, noting that a big factor to joining the Lancer squad was the winning mentality of the guys in this program. He said he wants to do something that's never been done before at this university, and when it was asked what college basketball or CBU fans can expect from Chiqueño this season, he said, it's pretty simple. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it 100% every time I step on the floor. I'll do whatever it takes to win. Defense, offense, you name it. I'm going to war for my team.
Thank you, Kendra. Not a big shock. He was in the starting lineup for head coach Rick Croy. The guy works hard. Already has his first bucket as a Lancer. 10-8 California Baptist, Taron Armstrong. Drive it inside, Armstrong, a little scoop shot, no. Rebound by Tone Hunter, who just checked into the game. Hunter with it for the Beach. Hands it off to George. Defended by Chiqueño, back up top to Hunter. Into the high post, to Polynice. Defended by Stone, long jumper on the way. No good, offensive rebound. Traore out to George. From just beyond the elbow, and it's good. George knocks down the J, and we're tied at 10. We're all even at 10 apiece here in the first half, and foul's gonna be on Hunter. And that'll take us into another timeout here in Riverside. 11:16 on the clock, we're all even at 10 apiece. We'll be right back.
People like you, right?
Oh. Yeah. Welcome back to Riverside, everybody. Long Beach State 10, California Baptist 10 here in the first half. Let's take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC impact players in this game for the Beach and for the Lancers. We'll start with CBU. Taron Armstrong, of course, makes the offense go, right? And Riley Batten, you're looking at him right there, number 0, the transfer from Utah already with 5 points in this game. And for Long Beach State, Joel Murray. He's a guy to watch certainly for the Beach. Coming off a performance last year in which he led the conference in scoring, and Jadon Jones was your defensive player of the year in the Big West Conference last season. So that's your Dutton Buick GMC Cadillac impact players tonight. Back to live action. Trey Armstrong has it, working on Rodegard. Back up top to Stone. Stone hands it off to Chiqueño. Over to Nottage. Into the game for the first time tonight, Scotty Washington. Washington pulls the trigger. That three's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Nottage taps it out to Trey Armstrong for three. No. Time now for the Jensen keys to the game as Long Beach State takes a 12-10 lead. Taryn in control. Let's see if Taryn Armstrong can keep pace in this game and make it go with the flow that he wants to go. And then something old, something new. The CBU lineup has some familiar faces, but it also has a lot of new transfers into the program as Washington knocks down a three. And life's a beach. When you're at the beach, life is good. And this Long Beach State team was very good last year at 20-13 overall. And again, your regular season Big West Conference champions. That's your Jensen keys to the game. 13-12 after the Scotty Washington three. Lancers up by one as we have hit the midway point of the first half. Washington, nice move to the cup and lays it in for two more for the Lancers. Washington with some instant offense coming off the bench. 15-12 Lancers. Hunter into the high post. Traore. George, jumper, good in the lane. 15-14. The steal by George all alone and throws it down to give the Beach the lead once more. 16-15 here in Riverside. Long Beach State has made 4 of the last 5 shots to take the lead, 16-15. Trey Armstrong over to Reed Nottage. Three on the wing, and it's nothing but Nottage. Reed Nottage's first points tonight as he knocks down the three, and it's 18-16 California Baptist. Let's take a look at Scotty Washington coming off the bench for the Lancers and wasting little time to make a big impact. Scotty Washington for three, and then check out the moves here. Shakes off his defender and lays it in for two more. A quick 5 points for Scotty Washington. He's got 5, and Riley Batten has 5 to lead California Baptist. The leading scorer, though, is George for Long Beach State. A.J. George with 6, 3 of 4 from the floor. Nice sized crowd here on opening night in Riverside. California Baptist taking on Long Beach State. The WAC versus the Big West. And as we mentioned, the first of 4 games against Big West Conference teams for the Lancers this non-conference season. Amari Stroud is checked into the game for Long Beach State. 6'10" junior, adding some length on the floor for the Beach. There's Stroud, defended by Nottage. Stroud plays it back out to Murray. Murray, the big-time scorer. The shot clock has stopped. Murray over to Sahonis for 3, off the window, no good. Rebound, Taryn Armstrong. The clocks here have stopped, but I'm sure the officials have the correct time. It's 18-16, CBU in front by 2, and we'll see how much time they're going to take off the clock here. I'm going to guess around 20 seconds or so. Looks like CBU is going to take this opportunity to make a change as well. Chiqueno is going to head to the bench, and Batten is into the game. And now the clock's moving again. Batten to Washington. Taryn Armstrong, only 7 on the shot clock right now. Taryn goes to work. Taryn down low, back out to Batten. He's gonna have to shoot. And the shot clock violation on the Lancers. Ball goes back to Long Beach State. 8:26 to go here in the first half. Murray brings it up the floor for the Beach, defended by Nottage. Hands it off to Jadon Jones. Jones into the high post to Traore. From the elbow, jumper, rattles out, rebound. Taryn Armstrong got tangled up with Jones. Yeah, and the foul will be on Jadon Jones. The defensive player of the year last season in the Big West Conference, as Taryn Armstrong wrestles it away from him. Taryn being defended by Murray. Over to Batten. Batten goes inside, stops his dribble. Spins to his right, puts it up. A little too far underneath the rim. Jones has it for Long Beach State, nice pass. Traore, nice move inside, Lucina Traore. And it ties the game at 18. Taryn Armstrong over to Scotty Washington. Sliding around a little bit, loses control. The ball gets away, and now it's going to be Scotty Washington hit with the foul. And that'll take us into another timeout here at the CBU Event Center. Lancers 18, the Beach 18 on ESPN+. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free? Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Welcome back inside the event center. It is tied up with 7:29 left in the first half. Two friends on the Long Beach State roster. It's Lucina Traore, the transfer from St. Louis, joining his former high school teammate Abubakar Traore on the roster. And no, the two are not brothers. They said their last name is quite common in their hometown of the Ivory Coast. And head coach Dan Munson said the two are best friends. He said when Lucina first got on campus, the two instantly started talking in French with each other. He jokes saying he thinks that when the two are mad at him, they talk in French so he can't understand them. But he says it's so nice as a coach to see how close they are, their friendship, because he said it's comforting to know that they have each other when they're so far away from their hometown. Pep?
Awesome, thank you, Kendra. The Traores both in the starting five and doing a good job so far early on in this game. There's Lucina. Lucina stands 6'10", Abubakar at 6'5". And we're back to live action here in Riverside. It has been really back and forth between the Lancers and the Beach. It's been fun. It'll be Long Beach State basketball. Murray has it. Defended by Nottage. Traore over to Lucina. Traore hands it off to Murray. Murray stumbles around a little bit. He's on the floor. Reed Nottage gets his hands on it. Jump ball. Oh, it's not a jump ball. I think they're going to say it's a foul on Murray. Reed Nottage hit the floor, got his hands on the basketball. Looked like it was going to be a jump ball situation. I think possession would have favored the Lancers. Trey Armstrong at the free throw line hits the first. Still waiting for an explanation from the official here.
Head Bob, Class B.
So without getting too technical, it's a technical for flopping on Murray. And Trey Armstrong knocked down the free throw, and possession still belongs to the Lancers. Trey Armstrong brings it up the floor with Taron Armstrong on the wing, so a little bit of a change here with the offense going through Trey Armstrong. Trey Armstrong up top to the wing. There's Reed Nottage. Down low to Batten. Batten back out to Reed Nottage, who hit a three. A couple trips down the floor ago. That one's no good. Malik Wade grabs the offensive rebound, but there's a foul. It's going to be on Wade. Wade's going to check out, and Igo Hefe's back in for the Lancers. 19-18, CBU clean to a 1-point lead right now. The Beach trying to steal that lead away. Murray, Sahonis down inside to Lucina. Little right-handed jump hook, no good. Follow-up is, and Long Beach State is back on top. 20-19. Taron Armstrong driving inside, the drive in the dish. Reed Nottage left all alone. Comes up empty. Murray behind his back, no look. Rattles around and good for Jones. 23-19 on the other end. Nottage, a little hesitation and the bucket is good. 23-21, so definitely picking up the pace here at the CBU Event Center. Back and forth we go with the Beach and the Lancers. Jones, another three. 26-21. And that is the largest lead of the night for Long Beach State. It's just 5, but it's their biggest lead. 26-21, and the steal by Murray. Murray holds off Armstrong and lays it in for 2 more. 28-21. The Beach on a hot streak right now. Up by 7. Murray has 6, Jones has 6, Lucina has 6 to lead Long Beach State. Taron Armstrong to the cup. It's up, it's good, but they're gonna wave it off. Foul's gonna be on Lucina Traore. George checks back in for Long Beach State. Chiqueño also back for the Lancers. Chiqueño replaces Trey Armstrong. Nottage fakes, there it goes. The catch and release. 3-pointer, nothing but Nottage. And it's 28-24 Long Beach State. The Lancers trying to reel in the Beach before we hit the halftime break. Oh, the hot hand belongs to Jadon Jones. Jones does it again. Jones now with 8, and he is perfect from the floor, 3 of 3. Batten, he'll try the 3. The long rebound out to Taron. Finds the hands of Igo Hefe. Turnaround, good. The former Georgetown Hoya gets his first points as a CBU Lancer. On the other end, Traore is good. 32-26, the Beach. The last couple of minutes, we turned it up a couple levels in here. Taron Armstrong for 3. That one is good. Taron Armstrong with his second 3 of the night. Makes it 32-29. Back to a 1-possession game. Lucina Traore. Jones. Jones has not missed tonight. Step back, fall away, short. Traore trying to get around Igo Hefe. He does, but it's no good. 32-29. Chiqueño. Over to Batten. Catch and release three-point attempt, no good. 32-29 it remains. The Beach has made 6 of their last 8 shots. Helped them grab this three-point lead into the high post. Traore drives to his right, high off the window, no. Taryn Armstrong. Taryn puts it in drive, kicks it out. Reed Nottage, no. Jones the rebound. George back out to Jones. George Jones for you country music fans. 12 on the shot clock as Murray's gonna take his sweet, sweet time. 8 on the shot clock. Murray trying to fight his way through. Traore, jumper from the free throw line, no good. And Taryn's gonna walk it across the timeline as they set up the offense here for California Baptist. Taryn back out to Batten. Chiqueño on that far wing. Chiqueño still on the dribble, goes to his left, has it poked away, but there's a foul. It's gonna be a number 25, Abubakar Traore. But first, another timeout here in Riverside. The Beach on top, 32-29 on ESPN+. We will be right back. Both, yeah. Okay. Wrangle them. Welcome back to Riverside. Time now to root for the credit union that roots for you. The Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our athletes of the week are from CBU Men's Wrestling, Mitchell Messenbrink, and CBU Women's Dive, Natalia Bedoya. Congratulations to the CBU Altura Credit Union Athletes of the Week. Well, we got 2:04 to play here in the first half. Long Beach State with the lead, 32-29. The Lancers with the ball trying to at least tie this game. A three-pointer would do the trick here. They go down low. Batten gets 2 guys up in the air and draws the foul. So Batten will go to the free throw line for CBU. The former Utah Ute. At the line for the first time tonight. First one's up and good. Batten now with 6 points. Reed Nottage has 8 to lead the Lancers. Jones with 8 for the Beach. Second one for Batten. And he knocks down both. 32-31. Under 2 minutes to go here in Riverside in the first half. Pass into the corner. And I think they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Ball goes back to CBU. 1:51 on the clock. Chiqueño has it for CBU. Out steps Stone. Chiqueño goes to his left to Taron Armstrong. Up top to Batten. Batten going inside, a little fake. Dives inside to his left, drops it off to Stone, but 3-second violation. Ball goes back to Long Beach State. Murray, Rodegaard. Hunter. Hunter going to his right, trying to get down to the baseline. He does. The drive in the dish. It's up, and it is good for number 13, Chase Polynice. 34-31, and the steal. Stroud, the alley-oop back to Stroud, and tips it inside the cylinder for 2 more. The Beach goes up 36-31. 1 minute to go in the first half. Taron Armstrong hands it off to Nottage, over to Batten. Chiqueño on that far wing, working on Stroud. Goes inside, the drive and the dish to Taron. He'll go in for a closer look. 3 on the way, that one's off the mark. Batten, though, chases it down. We'll stay right here with the Lancers. Chiqueño's 3, that one's off the iron. Down low, Batten, no! Battle for the rebound, Stroud has it. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Hunter pushes it up in a hurry. Out to Murray, 3 on the way, short. Taken away by Murray. Murray down low, puts it up and in. Put a little spin on that shot. Off the window and good. 38-31, Long Beach State, final seconds of the first half. Taron Armstrong goes inside, taken away. And that's how the first half ends. Long Beach State leading 38-31. They close the first half on a 6-0 run to grab the lead. Murray leading the way with 8 points, Jones with 8 as well, George with 6, and Lacina Traore also with 6. For the Lancers, it's Reed Nottage with 8 to lead the way. 38-31. Here at halftime, Kendra Sheehan is joined by Long Beach State head coach Dan Munson to get his thoughts on the first half. Kendra?
Coach, well, welcome back to college basketball. At least 6 guys putting up numbers in this first half. What did you like about the distribution of your offense so far?
Well, I liked our defense better than our offense, but it's kind of a war out there between their threes and us getting in the paint. I think we have an advantage inside, and you know, we had majority of our points in the paint, and they had the majority of theirs at 3.
You mentioned defense, 9 steals, forcing 10 turnovers. What can you see about this defense that you want to carry over into the second half?
Well, that's how we have to play. I mean, you know, we're playing 10 guys. We're trying to wear people down. We're trying to get full court. And we got our hands on some balls, but we got a long ways to go to short up. I mean, Armstrong found some guys across court, and we were over helping a little bit. We just got to settle down, and we got to limit our turnovers. We had a lot of unforced errors down there too.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Pep.
All right, thank you, Kendra, and thank you to Coach Munson for making time for us here. We're at halftime, 38-31, Long Beach State leading California Baptist. We will take a quick break here on ESPN Plus, and we'll be back with our thoughts and highlights and stats from the first half. Oh, what an honor. So I said, ooh, what an honor. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court for tonight's halftime entertainment. Direct from the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas, currently starring in the variety show The Atomic Saloon. Please welcome America's Got Talent finalist and the winner of Germany's Got Talent, internationally acclaimed performer Christian Stonev and his award-winning act, Christian and Scooby.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center. Long Beach State leading CBU right now, 38-31. Several different Beach players leading the way, including Murray with 8, Jones also with 8 points to pace Long Beach State. And of course, Reed Nottage has 8. And Riley Batten, one of the new guys, one of the transfers from the University of Utah, he has 7 to lead CBU. Now, another one of the new transfers from New Hampshire, Blondo Chiqueño, had a big first half as well in the starting 5 for head coach Rick Croy. And he has the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. And that's actually Scotty Washington going to the cup, shaking off his defender, and Washington lays it in. He was some great offense coming off the bench. 5 points in the span of about 60 seconds for Scotty Washington. He was hot, and he deserves the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. But Chiqueño, Batten, Reed Nottage, and of course the Armstrong brothers trying to get CBU back into this game. We're going to take another quick commercial break here in Riverside. When we come back, we will look at some of those first half highlights and give you the stats as well from the first half as Long Beach State owns a 7-point lead here on the Lancers. We'll be back on ESPN+. I think it's in the box, right? Don't get him started. And we're still at halftime here in Riverside. Long Beach State 38, California Baptist 31. Let's take a look at those Pepsi first half highlights in this game. For the Lancers, Riley Batten. Quick little turnaround there for Batten. He got off to a quick start. Then Taron Armstrong from the outside. Armstrong from long. He buries that. Then Chiqueño the steal. Chiqueño leading the break the other way. Pulls up, little floater. It's good for Blondo Chiqueño. And then how about some defense? Jelani Stone, big block there. And then Riley Batten from the outside. He is fired up to be a Lancer. Scotty Washington coming off the bench for head coach Rick Croy, hits the three. And then check out the move by Scotty. Oh my. 5 points from off the bench for Scotty Washington. And then Reed Nottage, you know, call me old-fashioned, but it's not a CBU game until Reed Nottage hits a couple threes. And he did that. Reed Nottage buries it. He's got, 8 points in the game. He's 2 of 6 from downtown. Your Pepsi halftime stats look like this. Long Beach State shooting 48% from the floor. CBU at 35%. The Beach also holding a little bit of an advantage in the rebounding department, 20-19. The assists also favoring Long Beach State, 9-8. 3-point field goals, the Beach with only 2. The Lancers with 6 threes in the game. And of course, Reed Nottage has 2 of those. And points in the paint. Long Beach State does have the size advantage, and they're taking advantage of that, 26-10, favoring Long Beach State, the points in the paint. Those are your Pepsi halftime stats. We will take another break here on ESPN Plus. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Midnight Madness from CBU to kick off the basketball season and get you set for the second half between Long Beach State and CBU. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're almost set for the second half, but first, let's rewind back to Midnight Madness here at California Baptist. Well, nobody has more fun than the Lancers, and that is certainly proof. Before we start the second half, let's toss it over to Kendra Sheehan with more on Coach Dan Munson and the Beach. Kendra?
Thanks, Pat. Yeah, head coach Dan Munson does this pretty cool thing. It's called Personal Growth Mondays. So he really wants to invest in his team outside of the game of basketball. He says it's really important to know, for the players to know, that they are being invested in, and there's other aspects than just the game of basketball. And so they do this Personal Growth Mondays. They don't practice, and they bring in various guests around the season to help with various things. So they'll bring in a banker to help balance checkbooks. They'll bring in a sports psychologist to help with their mental health. And he says there's such an importance on it that even on game days, those Personal Mondays do not stop. They did one this morning. He said they'll continue to do it every Monday for the rest of the season.
All right, thank you, Kendra. I need some Personal Mondays, it sounds like. All right, we're almost set here for the second half. 38-31 Long Beach State with a 7-point advantage here at the break. See if the Lancers can pick things up on the offensive end. Just 35% from the floor in the first half, 11 of 31. Long Beach State, on the flip side, 17 of 35 from the floor, nearly 50%. And the Beach will start off with the basketball here as Murray walks it across the timeline. That's how we get things cracking here in the second half. Jones, jumper is good, and he knocks down another one. He's got 10 in the game. He is 4 of 5 from the floor. On the other end, Reed Nottage. Nothing but Nottage. And Reed Nottage connects on his third 3 of this game. It's a 6-point game now. Nottage into double figures. He's got 11. Lucina Traore out to Jones. Make no mistake, Jones has had the hot hand. The bucket is up and good for Sahonis. 42-34, Long Beach State. Armstrong with Sahonis defending. Over to Nottage. Chiqueño. Into the post to Batten. Plays it back out. Three's on the way, short. And Jones comes down with it. And running the floor, Traore, and it will not go. Let's take a look now at the second half changes brought to you by Jen Send and Defend Inside. Long Beach State certainly has the size advantage. What will the Lancers do on the defensive end with that? And the scoring punch. Reed Nottage has 11, but who's going to step up and add some scoring for the Lancers and limiting the turnovers? CBU turned the ball over 10 times in the first half, resulting in 12 points for Long Beach State. Just take care of the basketball. Those are your Jen Send second half changes. 18-19 on the clock, 42-34, Long Beach State on top. It'll be Lancers ball from the baseline. Taryn Armstrong plays it deep to Reed Nottage, over to Chiqueño, and his 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. Lucina Traore had it. Sahonis, Jones. And Jones, a rare miss for him tonight, as it rattles out on the 3-point attempt. Tarrant up top to Blondo Chiqueño. Batten calling for it. Back up top, though, to Armstrong. Over to Reed Nottage, far wing. 3, a little bit short. Malik Wade had his hand on it for a moment. Back the other way with the Beach. Murray drives across the lane, puts it up. Good defense by Tarrant Armstrong. Foul's going to be on number 21 for the Lancers, Malik Wade. Wade's going to check out, and Jelani Stone is back into the game. If you're a Lancer fan, you remember Jelani Stone coming off the bench last season and providing some very valuable minutes. Great scorer, great rebounder, great hops. Wave it off. They're not going to count that shot. Foul's going to be on Stone, so Long Beach State taking it right at the interior of California Baptist. First it was Wade with the foul, now it's Stone. Not by accident. The Beach going inside. Murray has it defended by Chiqueño. Sahonis backing down Tarrant Armstrong. That shot won't go. Batten keeps it in place. Sahonis is there. The follow-up is good. And Long Beach State now has a double-digit lead, 44-34. Their largest lead of the game. Nice hustle play by Marcus Sahonis to push that lead to 10. On the other end, Batten fouled, taking it inside. That'll send Batten to the free throw line for CBU. Batten with 7 points in this game, 6 rebounds. The first free throw of 2 is good. Abubakar Traore comes out of the game for Long Beach State. He's got 3 personal fouls. Batten at the line for 1 more. And it's good. So Batten is 4 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. He's got 9 points. 44-36, Long Beach State. Stroud. Right-handed little jump hook over Batten is good for Marcus Stroud. The 6'10 junior from Fresno. Tarrant Armstrong drives inside along the baseline to Reed Nottage, and he's tangled up, and there's the foul. Foul's going to be on Amari Stroud. Reed Nottage from the corner, 3 on the way, short. Rebound Sahonis. The pass to Murray sails through his hands, goes out of bounds. And the ball goes back to CBU, trailing by 10. Long Beach State led by 7 at halftime, and they've outscored CBU 8-5 here in the second half. CBU has not made a bucket in the last 3.5 minutes. Reed Nottage up top to Chiqueño. Over to Tarrant Armstrong. Batten calling for the basketball. They feed it to him. Murray, much shorter defending. Stroud is there to help. And the foul on. It's going to be on Murray, and a timeout here in Riverside with 15:56 still to go in the second half. And Long Beach State has increased its lead to 10, 46-36 here in Riverside. We'll be back on ESPN+.
When your heating and air conditioning system stops working, how do you know who to call? Call one of those big corporations and you're just a number. But at Magnolia Heating and Cooling, we treat everyone like family. That's because we're family owned and based here in Riverside. Your neighbors trust Magnolia Heating and Cooling, and we've earned a great reputation over the years. Call to experience the Magnolia difference.
For any heating and cooling repair, call 1-800-2-GET-AIR.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted #1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
.46-36, Long Beach State leading CBU. The Lancers starting off the season at home. Let's take a look at the Provider schedule look ahead for CBU. New Jersey Institute of Technology coming into town on Friday. And then it's going to be Cal State Northridge, another Big West Conference team coming to CBU. Then a couple tough big road games for CBU at Washington, at Minnesota. That's your Provider schedule look ahead. Baton turnaround, no good. So big games coming up on the horizon for CBU, but right now you got to take care of business in front of you. Long Beach State leading by 10. Stroud with Baton defending. Sahonis. Traore to his right. It is up and good. 48-36, so that lead has ballooned to 12 for Long Beach State. Trey Armstrong over to Reed Nottage. Batten in the corner. Batten working on Stroud. Back out to Taron Armstrong. Stone sets the screen. Taron Armstrong back out to Batten. 3 on the shot clock. Batten puts it up and it is good for Batten. Now he has 11 in the game. Lead is still 10 points for the Beach. We talked about that scoring punch at halftime. Who would provide the scoring punch for CBU here in the second half? Well, Nottage has 11, and Batten also has 11 for CBU right now. The only 2 players in double figures. Murray's jumper is short. Lucina Traore, turnaround, good. 50-38. Long Beach State shooting better than 50% from the floor still. 51%. They've made 4 of their last 5 shots. Stone spins along the baseline. Puts it up, draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Lucina Traore. And Jelani Stone will head to the free throw line for CBU. And Stone knocks down the first. He missed a couple free throws earlier. Knocks down the first of 2 right there. Polynice is back in for Long Beach State. Here comes Hunter. He'll replace Sahonis. One more coming up for Stone. And the second one off the mark. 50-39, Long Beach State. That lead hovering around 10 right now. standing at 11 at this point. Murray got caught up in the air with nowhere to go. Polynice around the free throw line, back out to Hunter. Hunter, defended by Scotty Washington, who's back in the game for the Lancers. Down low to Stroud, and the two-hand dunk. What a look! And the finish from Stroud. And that lead is now 13 for Long Beach State. Taron Armstrong from near the elbow, and the jumper is good. Taron Armstrong relatively quiet on the offensive end tonight, but he knocks down that jumper. He's up to 8 points with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. It's going to be a full timeout for CBU. 52-41 with 13:24 here on the clock in the second half. So right now for CBU, Nottage has 11, and so does Riley Batten, making his California Baptist debut, the Utah Ute transfer, coming in and knocking down some big buckets there. He's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, has a three-pointer, and a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And Riley Batten is one of 5 transfers that will see significant minutes this season for head coach Rick Croy. We've been talking a lot about Chiqueño as well. He's another guy seeing a lot of action tonight. 19 minutes for Chiqueño. Batten's played 23. And no surprise, Taron Armstrong and Reed Nottage leading the way with 24 minutes played, as those guys rarely leave the floor for Coach Croy. And with 13:24 left here in the second half, let's toss it over to Kendra Sheehan with more on the great Taron Armstrong. Kendra?
Yeah, thanks, Pep. After a pretty successful freshman campaign, Taron told us that he had a lot of meetings at the end of last year with coaches trying to pinpoint the areas of game that he needed to focus on the most. He said he felt like he had a really, really good summer. He worked really hard on developing his body. He put on 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason. He said he feels like he's just overall a way better player than he was last year. He says he feels like he's improved in every area of the game. Can't wait to show it this season. Pep?
Thank you, Kendra. Yeah, Taron, the WAC Freshman of the Year from a season ago, preseason WAC first team. Tonight we'll see if he can crank it up a little bit more. He's got 8 points, and he's got 5 rebounds, and he's got 3 assists. That all sounds pretty good, but right now CBU trailing by 11. We'll see if Taron Armstrong can work his Tasmanian magic. Right now it's Igohefe, Washington, Nottage, Trey Armstrong, and Taron Armstrong. Your 5 on the floor for head coach Rick Croy. Hunter with it for Long Beach State. Goes to his left to Jones, defended by Washington. Up top to Stroud. Back out to Murray, defended by Taron. Hunter to Murray, trying to go baseline, passes out of it, taken away by Reed Nottage to Scotty Washington. Washington to the cup, blocked. Nice play by Chase Polynice, chasing that play, and was there in time for the block, and look on the other end. Polynice working hard and flies down the floor for the dunk. Oh, did they say he hung on the rim? I think they're going to say he hung on the rim a little bit too long. Here's a look at the replay. Big two-hand dunk. And I think the official didn't like the fact that Polynice maybe pulled himself up a little bit. Technical, and Trey's going to knock that down. It was a great highlight. 54-42 after the free throw from Armstrong, and it's Lancer ball. Washington over to Taron Armstrong. A little bit of pressure here from the beach. Reed Nottage inside to Igohefe. Igohefe passes out to Scotty Washington, to his right to Trey Armstrong. Trey driving inside, got tripped up, and the foul. Trey Armstrong with just 2 points in this game, and they've both come on technical foul free throws. He has not had a field goal in this contest, which is very strange for Trey Armstrong, one of the leading scorers for CBU the past several seasons. And Murray checks out for Long Beach State. From the baseline, Taron Armstrong out to Scotty Washington. Washington over to Trey. Trey Armstrong for three, and that one's no good. Taken away by Reed Nottage. Now Taron has it. Behind his back to Washington for three, no. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds, and last touch by Igohefe. Ball goes back to Long Beach State. There's that behind the back pass, found Washington. Just could not connect. Hunter has it for the Beach. 12 minutes to go in the second half. Jones over to Hunter. He stood up by Taron, but the drive in the dish to Polynice, and no hanging on the rim that time. Another highlight reel dunk for Chase Polynice. The alley-oop, and right through the hands of Igohefe, plays it out to Washington for three. That one's no good. Stroud the rebound for Long Beach State. Hunter, Polynice could not finish on the alley-oop. Back the other way with the Lancers. 56-42. Taron to the cup, draws the foul on Polynice. And that'll take us into a timeout here on the floor. Long Beach State beginning to pull away from CBU. It's 56-42. We'll take a break and we'll return on ESPN+. It's great. Is that him right here? Welcome back to Riverside, 56-42, Long Beach State leading CBU, and Kendra Sheehan has more on the Munson family.
That's right, head coach Dan Munson has the unique opportunity of not only coaching his son Maddox, a freshman this year, but also coaching alongside his other son, McGuire, who is on the coaching staff. And so Munson described it as such a surreal opportunity. He says to be able to spend this quality time with his sons, it's something that not many dads get to do at this age. And he did mention that Maddox does live on campus. He made him live on campus. Of course, when I spoke with him on Saturday, Maddox was back at home, but McGuire does live with him at home. And so Coach Munson jokes saying that he feels like he's finally made it as a head coach because he's got a grad assistant, his son, driving him to work every day. He says, man, you know how much work you can get done when you have a personal driver? Pep?
Yeah, Kendra, and that, Southern California traffic, you spend a lot of time in your car, getting around. So I need a driver. 56-44, Long Beach State. Good stuff, Kendra. Just about 11 minutes to play here in Riverside. Long Beach State working with a 12-point lead. Stroud down low, no. Rebound, Taryn Armstrong. We'll see if the Lancers can put together a furious comeback here. Taryn drives off the window and good. It'll be a heavy dose of Taryn Armstrong if CBU can battle back. A 10-point game, 56-46. Taryn Armstrong now with a dozen, and that leads CBU. Sahonis, nice move to the cup and lays it in with the left. 58-46. Batten over to his right to Trey Armstrong. Armstrong, opposite wing, there's Batten. Lets it fly from three, and Kyle Batten delivers. 58-49, so back down to just single digits for that Long Beach State lead. Thanks to Riley Batten burying the three there. A couple substitutions for Long Beach State. George and Abubakar Traore back in. Looks like Rick Croy will stand pat right now with his 5 on the floor. 58-49. Riley Batten now with 14 in the game. Hunter has it for Long Beach State. Stops his dribble, leans into his shot, and draws the foul. So Tone Hunter will head to the free throw line for the Beach. We've crossed the midway point of the second half, 9:54 on the clock. Long Beach State has made 5 of their last 6 shots. Hunter, first free throw is good. Here comes the second. And it's also good. 60-49. The Lancers looking up at the scoreboard, trailing by 11. Taryn Armstrong trying to dribble around a couple guys. Over to Trey Armstrong, back to Taryn, over to Batten. And I think we have a foul away from the basketball as Batten was gonna drive in and hammer that one home. Foul's gonna be on A.J. George of Long Beach State. So Malik Wade heads to the free throw line for CBU. First one is no good. Traore the rebound. Sahonis floats it up. There's Traore to clean up the mess. It looked like a broken play, but Long Beach State able to turn that into 2. And the lead has grown back up to 13. Taryn, layup a little bit short. Hunter up the floor for Long Beach State. Stops his dribble, back out to Traore. From around the free throw line, back out to Hunter. Trying to get around Taryn. The pass, the shot, it's up and it is good. And it was a three-pointer by George for Long Beach State. And there's going to say a flop on, I think, Taron Armstrong. So they're going to say Taron Armstrong flopped. And then there was George with the three for Long Beach State. So the three is good. And here's the ensuing free throw after the technical. And that one is good. So it's now 66-49. Long Beach State is on an 8-0 run, and they are leading by 17. Largest lead of the game for the Beach. Taron Armstrong, double team. Passes out of it, up ahead to Trey Armstrong. Trey for three. No good. And the shooting continuing to really suffer here on opening night for the Lancers. 34% from the floor compared to Long Beach State, who's shooting 56%. And look at that bucket by Hunter. Tough basket, and he got it. 68-49, almost a 20-point lead for the Beach. Chiqueño. Trey Armstrong. And it's going to be a 1-and-1. The foul, I think, is going to be on Lucina. And yes, it is. Lucina Traore. Nottage checks back into the game for CBU, replacing Trey Armstrong. And Malik Wade's going to head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And the first is good for Malik Wade. He earns a second. Rodegard replacing George, and here comes Polynice. Polynice will sub out Traore. One more coming up for Wade. And it is good. Makes it 68-51. 17-point lead for Long Beach State. Hunter breaks the press, puts it up, no good. Rebound Batten. It's going to be a 5-on-4 as Hunter's going to have to hustle back. Batten over to Taron Armstrong, fakes, and has it knocked away by Hunter, who was trailing on the play, but nearly came up with a steal. And a timeout here at the CBU Event Center. It's Long Beach State 68, California Baptist 51. The Lancers have some work to do with 7:50 still to play on ESPN+.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Long Beach State up by 17 with under 8 minutes to play. Kendra Sheehan has more on Reed Nottage.
Thanks, Pep. Yeah, Reed Nottage Nadic has one of the prettiest jumpers you'll see in college basketball, and that goes way back to when he was 6 years old. His father made him shoot 300 shots a day, form shooting, and he still does that to this day. He's looking for a bounce back year after numerous injuries last season. He played at that 4 position last year, but 2 years ago he was at that 3 position where he's more comfortable. And head coach Rick Croy says he's just a very smart player, super unselfish, very focused on winning. So it's going to be exciting to see him healthy this year.
Thank you, Kendra. Yeah, we're expecting big things from Reed Nottage this season. Taryn Armstrong misses the first, but hits the second. 68-52. Long Beach State going to take their sweet, sweet time here with that comfortable lead on the Lancers. Rodegard. Sahonis. That one's no good, and rebound Taryn Armstrong. Taryn pushes it up, defended by Sahonis, over to Batten. That three's no good, but Chiqueño darts in there and grabs the offensive rebound. Taryn calls out Jelani Stone. Taryn working on Polynice, goes to the cup, it's up and in for Taryn Armstrong. Makes it a 68-54 game, and Taryn Armstrong now with 15 points. Less than 7 to go here in Riverside. Joel Murray over to Marcus Sahonis for Long Beach State. 7 on the shot clock. Sahonis pulls up for 3, rattles around, no good. Rebound Lancers, Stone has it. Quickly out to Taryn Armstrong. Over to Chiqueño. He's gonna drive inside. Little floater, no good. Offensive rebound, Stone. Tries to play it out to Batten, but knocked away by the Beach. Jones and Lucina Traore about to check in for Long Beach State. And a timeout called by Long Beach State. It's gonna be a 30-second timeout called by the Beach with 6:20 on the clock. 68-54 Long Beach State. Reed Nottage in this game, he's got 11 points, and Kendra talking about his sweet shot. And he's worked on it a lot since he's been a kid. 11 points so far tonight, 4 of 10 from the floor, 4 rebounds. From three-point land, he is 3 of 9. And we know he's got a lot of folks, a lot of friends and family watching back home. Reed Nottage, hopefully, will catch fire here down the stretch for CBU if the Lancers have a chance to battle back in this one. There is Reed Nottage. Been such an important part of these Rick Croy teams the last several seasons. Expecting a big, healthy season from Reed. Nottage with the inbound pass. Into Armstrong. Armstrong with Murray defending. Backing him down, still backing him down. Goes to his right, it's up and off the window. Good for Taryn Armstrong. Had the size advantage on Murray and backed him down into the post. Taryn now is 17, and the Lancers are on a 7-0 run. It's a 12-point game. Traore up top to Murray. Murray draws the foul. I think it's going to be on Taryn, and yes, it is. 5 team fouls on the Lancers. Not in a shooting situation yet. Long Beach State from the baseline into Traore, nearly picked away by Stone. Traore, turnaround, short. There's Batten. Batten brings it up the floor for CBU. Over to Chiqueño. Taryn. This might be Taryn time right now. Oh, it's going to be on Jelani Stone, who is setting the screen. And the ball goes back to Long Beach State. 5.5 to play. 68-56. Hunter over to Murray. Traore working on Batten. Down towards the baseline. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. It looked like Abubakar was going to find Lucina for a big-time dunk, but he stepped out of bounds, and the ball goes back to California Baptist. Reed Nottage has it. Jones defending, the Big West Conference Defensive Player of the Year from a season ago. Tarrant. Reed Nottage into the post to Stone. Stone puts it up and in. And the lead is now 10. It's a 9-0 run for CBU. So the Lancers are not going down without a fight. Down by 10, but less than 5 minutes to play. Murray to Traore, back to Murray. He's gonna back it out, 5 on the shot clock. Murray, 2 on the shot clock. The shot in time, and it's good for Jones. That was a big 3 for Long Beach State. And Chiqueño on the other end gets the scoop layup. 71-60. Murray with it. 15 on the shot clock, 4 minutes to go on the game clock. Murray pulls up, jumper no good. Battle for the rebound, Traore has it. His shot no good, follow up, no good. Rebound, Reed Nottage. 71-60. And the foul's gonna be on Hunter, defending on Taryn Armstrong. Well, timeout here in Riverside, but things are getting good. The Lancers trying to claw their way back. They're down by 11. We'll be back on ESPN+. Back into the game, we'll throw it to you. It's true. And welcome back, everyone. 71-60, Long Beach State with that 11-point lead, but CBU trying to chip away at that lead slowly but surely. But for California Baptist, time is running out. Taryn Armstrong at the free throw line for CBU. First one is up and good for Taryn. Now up to 18 points to go along with his 7 rebounds and 4 assists in this game. Another free throw by Taryn, and that lead trimmed down to just 9 points for Long Beach State. Game's not over quite yet. Traore, the drive and the dish to Traore. It was Abubakar to Lucina. And the foul's going to be on, I think it's Riley Batten. And Lucina Traore will head to the free throw line for Long Beach State. Take another look. It was a nice pass. Down low, could not finish. Nice look from Abubakar. Lucina's first free throw is good. And that was an important free throw. Pushes that lead back up to 10. One more coming up for Traore. And the second one off the mark. Who's going to come out with the basketball? Goes out of bounds and last touched by the Beach. It'll belong to the Lancers. CBU pushes it ahead. Batten, the floater to Stone. He collects himself. Stone has it back out to Reed Nottage for three. That one's short. Offensive rebound. Batten with the left off the window. That one's no good. So CBU with a couple good opportunities, but they come away empty as we approach the 3-minute mark. Murray's jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, we got a foul. It's gonna be on Lucina Traore. .301 on the clock. A 10-point game. You're telling me there's a chance. We're going to have a couple substitutions in a moment. Both teams with players at the scorer's table. But first, Batten at the free throw line for CBU. First one is up and good. Here comes Hunter for Long Beach State and Malik Wade for CBU. Riley Batten with another one on the way. Second free throw is good. 72-64, so an 8-point game with 3 minutes to play. Abubakar got a little chaotic there. And traveling on Abubakar, Traore. And the ball goes back to CBU with 2:51 on the clock. Jelani Stone back into the game, replacing Malik Wade for the Lancers. Batten from the baseline, quickly into Tarrant. He's double teamed, back to Batten. Batten brings it up the floor, across the timeline. Up top, Tarrant Armstrong. Time is of the essence right now for the Lancers. Tarrant draws a lot of attention. Back up top to Reed Nottage. Nottage goes inside. Jump hook short for Reed Nottage. The Lancers have had some opportunities down the stretch, but still trail by 8. Murray's going to waste as much time as he can. 10 on the shot clock. Murray hangs in the air, puts it up, and good with the shot clock winding down, and he gets the bucket. Back to a 10-point game. Out of bounds and a near steal for A.J. George. Chase Polynice checks into the game, replacing Lucina Traore. Abubakar is still on the floor. Tarrant Armstrong with less than 2 minutes to play, to the rack, no good. There's Batten. Batten out to Tarrant, fakes the three. Trying to go inside, nothing doing. And there's Jones. Inside to Stone. Left hand up, no good. Batten chases it down. Plays it out to Chiqueño. All alone for three. That one's no good. It's still a 10-point game. CBU has had the looks. They just cannot convert. They have missed 6 consecutive shots. Polynice to George. On the far wing, there is Murray. 5 on the shot clock, 60 seconds to play. And the pass down low to Polynice, and he's fouled. And Polynice hits the free throw as Trey Armstrong checks back in for Jelani Stone. Polynice, the second, short. Offensive rebound, Traore, but there's a foul. Might be on Nottage. I'll be honest, I couldn't see, but it is on Reed Nottage. 75-64 with Abubakar Traore going back to the free throw line for the Beach. .8 seconds to go. The Beach up by 11. First free throw is good. The Beach lead back up to a dozen. One more for Abubakar Traore, and he hits both. Just 57 seconds left. The Lancers will have to quickly get some shots off here. Chiqueno has the ball in his hands, defended by Murray. He brings it across the timeline. Chiqueno back out to Batten. He tries the three. That one's no good. Rebound Traore. He passes out of it to Jones. Jones up ahead to Murray. Murray fouled by Chiqueno with 41 seconds to play. .77-64. With free throws coming up for Long Beach State. Joel Murray at the line. He's got 10 points tonight. First one is no good. Murray with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists tonight. Second free throw is also no good. Batten to Chiqueno. Tarrant into the corner to Reed Nottage. He'll try the three. That one's no good. Batten battling for the offensive rebound and fouls Murray.
Gotta have a dead ball.
25 seconds still to play, and it'll put Murray back at the free throw line. So Joel Murray at the free throw line for Long Beach State. 25 seconds to play. It's the first of 2. And the second is also good. Hunter is in, and he will replace Murray. It looks like his night will be done. He finishes with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. CBU with the ball, 20 seconds to play. Trey Armstrong, deep three. That one's off the mark. And Jones to Hunter. Hunter all alone, and he's going to circle back out with 8 seconds on the clock, and that will do it. Long Beach State comes into Riverside and picks up the win. And there is the final horn. 79-64 is your final score tonight here on opening night, as the Beach picks up a big road win against CBU. And we mentioned off the top of the broadcast, the last time these two teams played, it was CBU running away with a 96-75 win. So Long Beach State exacting a little bit of revenge tonight, getting this win. For CBU, Taron Armstrong poured in 19 points. He had 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Big night for Taron. Riley Batten, in his CBU debut, he had 16 points and 13 rebounds, so a double-double for Batten. And Reed Nottage, the only other Lancer to reach double figures, he had 11 in the game. For Long Beach State, Lucina Traore had 13. Jadon Jones had 13. He had some big baskets too. Some timely baskets for Jones. And Joel Murray with a dozen. And that's how the scoring spread out for Long Beach State. In a moment, we will hear from head coach Dan Munson about tonight's win. I think we're also going to maybe hear from Joel Murray as well, as Long Beach State comes into Riverside and gets the win. They led by 7 at halftime and outscored the Lancers by 8 in the second half. And that would bring us to this. So let's talk to one of the stars of the game for Long Beach State. It was Joel Murray coming up with some big baskets, including down the stretch. Kendra Sheehan has more with Joel.
Murray, I spoke with Coach at the halftime, and he said he liked your defense a lot more than your offense. What clicked in this second half to allow this offense to explode in the way that it did?
We just stayed together, you know. We just talked about it in halftime, what we had to do to keep the score going up and make sure that we do what we had to do defensively, because defense turns into offense, and that's what we did.
I know this is a team that feels like they have a lot of unfinished business from last season, especially being a veteran like yourself. How did this win get this team one step closer to accomplishing that goal?
You know, it feels good to start 1-0, you know. It feels good to win the first game. And, you know, we got a tough one on Friday, so now that's where our focus is going to turn to. So we're just going to take it one game at a time. You know, it's a long season, so.
It's a long season. Congratulations on this win. Enjoy this one. Good luck the rest of the season.
I appreciate it.
Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kendra, and great game for Joel Murray tonight and Long Beach State. Winning on the road tonight on opening night, 79-64 against CBU. And Long Beach State coming so close to March Madness last season. They got a really good team. For CBU, they will be back in action again on Friday night. The New Jersey Institute of Technology, NJIT. That's Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off right here at the CBU Event Center. We'll see if the Lancers can pick up win number 1 on the season on Friday night. So thanks for watching. My name is Pep Fernandez saying so long from Riverside, California, where the final score is Long Beach State 79, California Baptist 64. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.